After Dave Chappelle was attacked live on stage during his Netflix This Is a Joke Festival performance, a lot of people have been speculating why this happened. Of course, once it's known that the suspect, the guy who got arrested for this, Isaiah Lee, has a lot of friends in the transgender community and was upset at Dave Chappelle, you can start to put two and two together and understand why maybe Dave Chappelle got attacked. Maybe the Will Smith-Chris Rock incident has influenced the way that some people feel about comedians making jokes as well. But one person, well, not just one, a couple people on this show, The View, decided that it has to be because of Trump. That's the only logical explanation, that Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage because of Trump. These women have had a lot of bad takes over the course of this show. This one may be the worst of all. Joy Behar attempts to blame Dave Chappelle's attack on Donald Trump, and not even Whoopi Goldberg was having it. Dave Chappelle is the greatest of all time and not someone who fits the profile of a Donald Trump supporter. He was attacked on stage by Isaiah Lee, a man who wears nail polish and who's also not someone who fits the profile of a Donald Trump supporter. And Joy Behar, who is an idiot, thinks Donald Trump is to blame for the attack. You literally can't make this up. The people who live in this Hollywood bubble, the elites out there, they have no concept of reality. They have no understanding about what normal people are going through or have been going through over the past several years with the economy, with the lockdowns, with the fake news, with the garbage. So they have to assume that Donald Trump must be to blame for this. Insane.
What do you think is happening? I mean, it's happening on airplanes. It's happening on street corners. People are just running. I mean, the Hollywood Bowl, just ran up on there.
Things that could contribute to what's going on, the pandemic, the opioid crisis, the fact that Trump was out there saying things like, just knock the hell out of them. I promise you I'll pay for the legal fees, when he had a heckler.
She needed to read from a card, right? So this is all pre-set up. This wasn't just off the cuff. She intentionally meant to talk about this. She has a script because she's too fucking dumb to remember anything. She needed a script to be able to make sure to mention Donald Trump and blame Donald Trump for Dave Chappelle being attacked on stage.
I mean, there are many factors involved here, and then Will Smith was like the pièce de résistance, as it were. But by the way, don't you love comedians? Look at how they handled it. It was great. Give that boy.
I do agree, Dave Chappelle handled it extremely well, but Joy Behar's not the only person that thinks Trump had something to do with this attack.
Yeah. Okay, Joy, this is not a political thing. Come on, I know you want to wrap it all into politics, but this is really about security. Like, I don't understand it.
Why, it didn't happen before. It's happening.
Will Smith wasn't particularly right-leaning and running up on the stage and smacking Chris Rock.
No, yeah, but I do think that Trump unleashed some incivility, at least, in our country.
You don't know anything about this person that went up there.
No, but wait a second. You don't notice that there's a certain amount of impulse control lacking in the population these days?
Oh, man, you don't want to get into numbers surrounding impulse control, Joy Behar. I don't think that's a conversation you want to get into personally, but let's continue.
He's attained or said that was in particular in regards to people being locked down inside, not in particular being locked down inside and staring at.
Well, Trump really he made the pandemic into like a cold.
Let's get one thing straight. The reason that things got so uncivil, in large part, you know what, could be because of the Donald Trump factor, but it's not because of that. It's because of people like Joy Behar. It's because of people in Hollywood. It's because of people in the mainstream media who decided, no, we can't let this happen again. We need to take control of everything. We need to push these narratives to divide people. It doesn't have anything to do with the words of Donald Trump. Let's just be very, very frank about that. It has everything to do with Hollywood elites making sure that the divide in this country continues to grow and grow. The mainstream media making sure the divide continues to grow and grow. If you want to blame something and tie it back to Trump, there you have it, because you guys couldn't handle someone getting elected. And Whoopi Goldberg even has to move on to the commercial break when they continue to argue about this.
When you walk into a room to watch a comic, is you let them do their thing. The best comics will test the envelope and cross the line to be the best comedian they can be. So you go in knowing there's going to be a couple jokes where you're like, oh, maybe a step too far.
Let it go.
That's it. That's it. You just enjoy the rest of the show.
Really quickly, cancel culture really came from the left, though. So if that's the argument that Joy's trying to have.
And that's just, I'm talking about a lack of impulse control in the society right now.
I just think people are a security issue.
She just can't stop talking about Trump, and finally Whoopi Goldberg moves on.
People are
just rude, and we don't know about this kid, so we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know why he did what he did. So let's move on from the conversation.
Who stormed the Capitol?
And we'll be right back.
Who stormed the Capitol? She gets in before the commercial break. This woman is an absolute idiot, a fucking moron. That's who Joy Behar is. So it's not surprising that she had such a terrible take about this. If you want to like legitimately talk about it, yeah, you can talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like I think that had way more of an impact. A lot of comedians think that had way more of an impact on this. Joy Behar, one of the worst takes she's ever had, which is really saying something. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.